So imagine that you're dating this guy or girl and everything is going really good. Like, I mean, wonderful, perfect. They are a good man, woman, and you're really feeling them and they like you a whole lot too. And you guys are ready to take your relationship to the next level. So you tell that person, hey, before I get intimate, I require the person that I'm with to go get tested for STDs. And we can go and we can get tested together. And the person agrees willingly. So you both guys both go and get tested and you wait and you get your results back and you share them with each other. Your results are all negative. You come out clean as a whistle. And then the guy or girl that you're dating shares his or her results, and they find out just along with you that they are positive for HSV2. What's your next move? I seen a girl post this question online because she needed advice, and I thought it was interesting because this has actually happened to me before as well. The only difference is the guy didn't go get tested. He had already knew prior to us dealing with each other that he had it. And after about 4 weeks of us talking and things were going great, um, he told me that he had herpes. And I always thought that if I ever got in that predicament, that I would just be like immediately no, like immediately no. But I was also like confused. I didn't know if I still wanted to talk to him or not. Like it wasn't just a no, it was just a like a maybe, like something I had to think about. And I think the thing that stood out to me the most that made me question like whether I still wanted to give this a try is because I respected him so much for being honest with me. I know that there's a lot of people that wouldn't have said anything, so I just respected that so much. And it made me realize that you will be surprised at what a person is willing to accept if you're just open and honest and upfront with them. A lot of the times when people find out something and they're upset, they're more upset that they had to find out and that you did not, you weren't truthful with them more than them being upset about whatever it is that you did. Because at the end of the day, transparency is key. Um, so, I didn't know. Ultimately, me and the guy, we did stop talking. We never were intimate. We stopped talking shortly after that, but it was something that was unrelated to his situation. But, you know, my thing is now, there's not that stigma that it once was with this. And it's actually very common. I'm not saying that that is something that's okay or not okay. That's just what it is. And, if you talk to your doctor about it, they can tell you ways in which you can, protect yourself. Basically, because there could be somebody that's walking around with it, like I said, and they know or they don't know, and you get it. So you have to protect yourself either way. But I just felt like, for him to go and get just let's keep it real. Like a lot of men wouldn't even have went and got tested. They will stop talking to her when she said, "Hey, let's go get tested." So for him to go and do that, and then him to find out that at the same time that you find out that, I'm sure that he may have felt a little bit of shame or embarrassment. So you definitely don't want to. You want to ease that, and you don't want you want to comfort him in that moment. You don't just want to be mean about it, I guess. So, there are plenty of people who have that disease that are in healthy and successful relationships. It's not the end all be all. So, it's definitely something that, like, it's doable, I feel, and but I also feel like if a person doesn't want to accept that, that's okay too. And a person shouldn't be made to feel like bad about that or that they're judgmental if they decide to respectfully pass or decline. As long as they do it respectfully, that is their decision and that is their choice on what they want to do. So, what would you do? I remember last year when I had to get my annual, I usually go to my OBGYN, but that year I decided to go ahead and let my primary care physician do it. And so when she did it, I'm like, okay, what all are you checking for when you do it? And she said, oh, we're just checking for HPV and any abnormal cells. And I said, oh, it's like, well, you don't check for any type of STDs. And she was like, no, not usually unless it's requested. And I said, well, when I usually go to my OBGYN, she will usually check for yeast, BV, trick, chlamydia, and gonorrhea when she checks, when she does my annual. And she was like, well, are you feeling anything? And I said, no, but I just like to, be checked for that when I get an annual. And sometimes I'll just go randomly, and get checked. And so she was like, okay, we can do that. And so I'm like, okay. And so it didn't even dawn on me. She had me go and get blood drawn. But I'm thinking she's just testing me for the 5 things that I asked her to test me for, which is what they usually test for. And after about 2 weeks, I'm like, where are my results at? Because those results only take about maybe 2 to 5 days. I would say 7 days max, and that's pushing it. Mine have always took, like I said, 2 or 3 business days to come back. So I'm like, well, maybe, they say no news is good news. So I'm thinking if something, if it was something, if it was nothing, I mean, that they probably didn't call me, even though usually they'll call me and just let me know either way. So I go on my chart, which is not, what I use is not called my chart, it's called something else, but it's basically the same as my chart. And I start looking to see if the results are in. So when I go to my like it's to tell you like what you've been tested for or whatever, I see like HSV, HIV, syphilis, hepatitis. I'm like, what? This lady then gave me a full STD panel. I'm like, I didn't ask for all that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, but because I was like, this is gonna sound so horrible, but I'm just like, honey, if I ain't had nothing, no bump down there, you don't need to test me for that because I ain't gonna lie, I got nervous because they be saying people be like it's like 3 and 4. I thought it was like 1 and 4, but now I think they say it's like 3 and 4 or something like that. People got it, and then like over half of the people that ever get an outbreak and they don't even know. So I'm thinking, girl, if I don't have no outbreak and I ask you to test me that, don't test me for that because I don't know. I just shit. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If I don't know, like, and that's probably so bad because like you should want to know. But oh, I was so nervous, and then it took like so long to come back. I'm on Google like, why would test results take long to come back? Do that mean it's positive? I'm on Google like drive myself crazy, and thank God everything was negative, and I was just like, whoo, But it was just nerve wracking. And I know that on that girl's post who asked that question, there was people that saying you can't catch it unless someone's having an active outbreak. Now, I thought that had been debunked. I thought that they said that you can catch it even if a person is not having an outbreak. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, she got the disease and she said that's what her doctor said. That she can't spread it unless she's having an outbreak. So I guess then that's what it is. But, so yeah. Um, Interesting. I don't know if anyone has ever gone through that. But, yeah, you know, I don't know.